First of all, I want to thank the Minister for starting up Udan Atri Cafe. This is a great initiative, sir, because last time I heard some members saying we're not being provided even water in the airport. Now, water is being provided for free. More than water, even the subsidized food is also provided with this Udan Yatri Cafe. There is a good initiative taken up by the Minister. I thank the Minister for this, sir. And in the last 10 years, because of Udan scheme that our Prime Minister launched, our aviation, domestic aviation has grown to almost to the third largest in the world, sir. And also our airports have grown from 74 to 157, almost double the airports, sir. And because of this, the aviation sector is growing in such a way that this bill is very much needed. This bill aligns with the Cape Town Convention, sir, and it reclaims the aircraft, which in case of a default or insolvencies, which get stuck. The prime example was the Go Airlines, which we all saw in this country, sir, because of which so many aircraft that have been leased by Go Airlines got stuck and they couldn't be taken out and given to the other companies, sir. Because of this bill is very much necessary. And also, this bill is necessary because India's position in the global aviation finance market also will get better once this bill gets passed, sir. And also, the bill is necessary because the development of domestic aircraft leasing hubs, which we are doing it in Gift City in Gujarat, if it needs to get a boost, obviously this bill is necessary, sir. So we welcome this bill, sir. But when we welcoming this bill, I want the minister as well as his co-pilot is a Minister of State, both of them to have some attention to two important points. So the first one that I want the attention is with regards to the false narrative that is being built in this country, sir. The false narrative is that everyone says that aviation industry is in loss and airlines are in loss. It's a completely false narrative, sir. No airlines is in loss. Airlines are in loss only in the sense that when they're running these airlines, when they're expanding these airlines, only then the airlines are in the losses, sir. No. This is a false narrative because if you look at I'll give the details also with regards to that because if you look at what's happening in the last 3 years, from 2022 to 2024. If you look at one company, sir, that is Indigo Airlines, which has sold I don't find any fault when someone makes money, sir, but they have sold they divested their funds, sir, and they divested to the tune of almost 15.8% from September 2022 to August 2024 in different tranches, 2.5%, 3%, 4%. When they divested this 15.8% in total, they raised almost 22,400 crores, sir. This is what has happened in one company. So the valuation is going up. The airlines valuation is going up. When they are divesting their funds, they're getting the money, and most of these, whoever is the investors are there, they're not sitting in India, they're sitting in US, they're taking they're using. Don't find any fault when they make the money, sir. But this false narrative that airlines are in losses, and there's another member also who spoke in the last debate also that airlines are in losses. No, they're not in losses. They're very much in profits, and their companies' valuations are also going up. The only place they're in losses is when they're these operational losses are there. Operational losses happen. If you open a shop, the first 2 to 3 years, obviously there will be operational losses. If you try to expand those shops, obviously the operational losses will be there. When they consolidate, obviously will be in profits. But this is the business which is growing at a good pace, and obviously that's why they're expanding every year. So their operational losses will be there. That doesn't mean the aviation sector is losses. They're doing very well. The company is also doing well. So I want the Minister, Honorable Minister, and also the bureaucracy who are sitting here, sir, to get this false narrative out of their head and make sure that why we want this false narrative out of it is by creating this false narrative. They're saying that is the reason why the prices of the tickets are going up. So this is completely not necessary, sir. Because if you look at the consolidation that has happened in the aviation industry in the last 5-6 years, 63% is occupied by Indigo, 23% is occupied by Air India. So 90% of it is occupied by two companies, sir, in this country. 90% of the market is occupied. So there is absolute necessary for regulation to happen. If there are more players and the stake is distributed between more players, obviously there is no regulation that is needed. There's a competition will be there. The fares will be lowered. But here the whole sector is controlled by two players only. So when the duopoly is happening, only two companies are setting it. So there is absolute necessary because Now, government is not running any aviation, any airlines. The only thing the government can do is regulate them. So we request the aviation minister to regulate these prices, to put a cap on the maximum prices that can be possible, because they're not losing money. First thing, sir. Second thing that I want the attention of the minister is, sir, with regards to the sustainable aviation fuel. Sustainable aviation fuel, because the aviation fuel that is used in the country, 100%, almost 100% is imported from outside the country, sir. Nothing is manufactured, nothing is been, most of it is not processed here. But when we go to the state, when we say we are going to establish solar panels, solar rooftop panels, and and also SECI comes up and comes up with a new plans of establishing huge solar parks across the country and across the states. Who is paying that, sir? Normal people are paying it. They're paying the top dollar. Obviously, when they don't get hit, when the renewable energies are coming up, why the airlines cannot take this sustainable aviation fuel and make sure? Because in the morning answer also I've seen given by the minister, Hardipurji, you see, as I said, 1% sustainable aviation fuel will be done in 2027, sir. In the next 2 years, he is going to do only 1%. That is not, because if you see in the morning also when we are working here, there's 26% of tariff that has been levied on India, sir. So who is going to bear that? When they are taking care of their farmers, we need to take care of our farmers. How we can take care of the farmers unless we make sure that sustainable aviation fuel is produced in our country, where the sugar cane farmers get benefited, and because of the sustainable aviation fuel that is being created here, our farmers should be benefited. So I request the minister to look into these two issues, sir. These two issues, sir. And we are a democratic alliance, so we all have our observations that can be taken up in the House. So everyone will listen to it and everyone will act on it. So with this, sir, and I want to give just 3 suggestions I want to give, sir, with regards to this bill. One is with regards to the strengthening of the dispute resolution mechanism, sir. In the Section 8, it grants jurisdiction, but the way forward, I request the minister is either push them towards arbitration or to the tribunal. Again, if you put to the courts, the whole process get delayed. So I request the minister to look into that. And second one is with regard to timeline for rule making. Sir, in the rule making under Section 10, it is left open. When it leave it open, the minister has that courage, and the minister has that push to make everything happen. But down the line, the bureaucracy has to make it possible, sir. Most of the times, when you don't define the timeline, they always make it use it in a different way. So I request the timeline to be mentioned, sir. And the last one is with regards to the domestic insolvency law. I think Premchandra also has mentioned to bring it very close to the insolvency and bankruptcy code. This whole law to be brought into very close to that, so that it will be much more aligned. So with these 3 observations, and with regards to the making sure that the false narrative is taken out of the whole sector, on behalf of Telugu Desam Party, we wholeheartedly support this bill, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable member.